All right, welcome to Dad's Final Nerve Repairs. It's a new channel, so just want to give you all a day in the life of a dad with 4 kids, 3 of them in the house, with all the everyday repairs that everybody always has to do. We don't always know what we're doing. We don't always want to have time to figure it out. A lot of times we just try to get stuff done. Fixing things, changing things, honeydews. Life always has stuff to do. So as you can see behind me, I've got several projects in the works right now. I've got a rod and lawn mower that I had to put some JB weld on to finish patching a hole in one of the transmissions. I've got a pressure washer over there that I haven't had a chance to clean out the carburetor stuff. And then that lean-in box is a little box my dad had made years ago for us that I normally keep my Blackstone supplies in, but the other day my 17-year-old was pulling it around and broke the wheel off of. So of course I got to fix that. And then of course I've got plywood in the back that I've got ready to repair a deer hunting stand that I got from a friend of mine. Just needs to be fixed up for the hunting season. What else I got laying around here that needs to be worked on? Always got something. Don't have a side-by-side in here at the moment that I'm having something put on, but I've got to repair a couple of axle joints, CV joints that had, the boot had busted. So I've got to get that done at some point soon. Anyway, this is just a starter video to let you guys know that you're not alone when you're trying to figure things out. I always have to, I'm old school, I used to have to dig out books, figure stuff out on my own. Fortunately, we got the YouTube days now where we can find a video to repair pretty much anything. May not repair everything correctly. I'm sure there's always going to be comments on better ways to do things, but when you don't have a lot of time, when you got so many hobbies and things like that to do, you try to just get it done. So here we go. All right, like I mentioned before, I got a 0-turn mower that I had to patch a couple of holes that I had unfortunately drilled to put a plug in the bottom of the transmissions that are supposed to be non-serviceable. But if you need to change the oil in them, I'm not going to take the whole dang thing off. I'm going to try to change the oil. So I drilled a hole, threaded it, tapped and threaded it, put a plug. It worked for a while, then eventually started to barely leak, and I got tired of that. So I decided to patch it with some JB weld, which I did. It took me 2 tries because when you're in a hurry, I didn't have time to clean around it very good and have the JB weld. So let me show you what it looks like underneath. And a little bump is where the hole was. So that was one side. The other side right now is under where I have my jack placed. So it's kind of hard to see from here, but same deal. And that whole process has taken me about 3 weeks. Unfortunately, when you only got a couple of days during the week where you got maybe an hour to spend or 2, that's why it takes forever. Among everything else, just find a hard time to do it. So now I've got that done. Hopefully it doesn't leak anymore, but I've got to fill it. I've got to get some oil, fill it up, put more oil in these transmissions to make sure it all runs. So hopefully it'll all work. Now, if you had never worked on one of these 0 turns, and if you got one similar to this is an X-Mark 425. Forget the model, whatever it is. I bought it used. But anyway, to try to get to the fill plug on those, of course they never make these things where they're easily filled. So you see that plug way down there, or that silver plug way down there, that's where you fill it up. Well, the hole that goes down in there in the red frame wasn't there before. The only way to access that is to either take the entire transmission off, which means taking the wheel, axle, everything off to get to it, taking everything apart, or just drill you a hole through the frame to get to it. So that's what I did. Worked through it, drilled a hole, used an extension with a socket, Allen socket on it is what that is, and undo it, fill it up, do it back. Same thing over here. Kind of tough to see. You can see it better from this angle. This one was just a tad bit more difficult because same deal, but of course they put the oil filter right in the way to access it from the top. So not only do you have to drill the hole to fill the transmission up, you have to remove the oil filter to get to it. So naturally when you remove the oil filter, you're gonna lose some oil. So, but it does help to kind of have it propped up, jacked up from the back like this, so you can not lose too much oil. Oh, and by the way, there's my leftover JB weld that I just left out here because I didn't have a chance to clean it up. And it's been jacked up like this for about a week and a half now, waiting for me to get back to it. Because I got to put some oil in. You got to purge the hydraulics of it. Make sure there's no air in the system running the wheels when it started up, which I'll do in the next couple days. Oh yeah, and by the way, those are some charger that I have to leave on it because the battery's bad. It won't hold a charge. I'm not even sure if it'll work with this little small charger. It doesn't hold a charge very long. So normally I have to jump start it just to use it until I get another battery, which I have to carry around my handy dandy jump starter in order to do that, which is kind of a pain, but what else am I going to do until I get a new battery? So like I said, in the next couple of days, I'm going to put some oil in it, jump start it, turn the key, should start, purge the lines, and then I'll be able to cut my grass, hopefully in the next few days, which we're expecting rain tomorrow. So that's probably not going to happen anytime in the next day or 2 or 3, but we'll see what happens. So the second of many things on my list is to fix a 3-way switch for my other garage. So here's my other side of the garage, which is just basically back to back from the one we were just in. But the switch, this is one switch for the 3-way, doesn't work. Now if you get it perfectly just right, it'll turn off. So I gotta fix that one. And then here's the other side of the 3-way switch for this garage. Does the same thing, except this one, it doesn't do anything. So naturally, one more thing I gotta fix. So we'll see how long that takes. So an FYI, one of the reasons why I need to get my zero turn working, even though I don't have a humongous yard, is a few weeks back, my son borrowed our push mower, went to go cut a grass for someone that paid him a little bit, him and a friend a little bit of money to cut. But then of course, I hadn't used it in a while, so I may have forgotten to check the oil, and I think he ran it dry and froze it up. So anyway, here's the mower that I've had for a long time, been a good mower, but of course it was frozen up. I took it apart, or somewhat took it apart, got to the valves, kind of broke them loose, but it's still very hard to start. So I can't use this in a bind. So for a few weeks I was out of mower. When my rod and mower was leaking the oil, this mower was froze up. So this is just one of the things on my list to try to get done at some point to fix. Not sure if I can fix it, so I have to get on the YouTube to try to figure out best things to do. So like I said, everyday things take forever for most of us. Got a full-time job, got kids, play baseball, got sports, got other things going on, but there's always something to fix. And that's the story of our life. Let's get rolling.